Have you ever felt like you were being watched, only to realize that the danger wasn't lurking in the woods outside, but was already hidden inside your own home? In the remote, forested expanse of Bavaria, Germany, in 1922, the small farmstead of Hinterkaifeck was home to the Gruber family. Andreas, his wife Cecilia, their daughter Victoria, and their two grandchildren. It was a life of isolation, far removed from the bustle of nearby towns. But in the weeks leading up to the tragedy, the family began to report strange occurrences. Andreas spoke of mysterious footprints in the snow that led from the edge of the forest to the house, but, chillingly, never led back out. They heard footsteps in the attic, found a strange newspaper they hadn't purchased, and even saw a set of house keys go missing. They were being haunted, but they didn't know by whom. On March 31st, 1922, the horror reached its breaking point. Within the span of a few hours, the four adults and the young girl, Cecilia, were systematically lured into the farm's barn and brutally murdered with a pickaxe. Only the infant boy, Joseph, who was sleeping in his crib, was killed inside the house. The killer did not immediately flee the scene of the crime to escape justice. Instead, they did something far more terrifying. They stayed. When neighbors finally went to check on the family days later, they made the gruesome discovery. But the investigators soon realized that someone had remained at the farmstead after the murders had taken place. They found evidence that the killer had continued to feed the livestock, had eaten food from the kitchen larder, and had even kept the fireplace burning, sending smoke drifting into the cold Bavarian sky. The house had been lived in by the murderer, while the bodies of the victims lay cooling just a few paces away in the barn. Over the years, the investigation into Hinterkaifeck became a labyrinth of false leads and chilling dead ends. Suspicion fell upon everyone from a disgruntled local neighbor to an escaped convict hiding in the woods, and even toward family members involved in complicated personal disputes. Despite extensive interrogations and a massive search, no suspect was ever formally charged. The sheer brutality of the act, combined with the perpetrator's inexplicable decision to linger, turned this into one of the most haunting cold cases in criminal history. The case of Hinterkaifeck remains an open wound, a story of pure, senseless malice that shattered the sanctity of a home. It forces us to confront the terrifying possibility that sometimes evil is not a monster from a fairy tale, but a person hiding just out of sight, watching and waiting. If you want to keep exploring the darkest mysteries of our world, please subscribe.